If you're 35 and up and your back feels like you're one move from throwing that thing out, you need to stop doing what you're doing.
What's the matter, Elroy? Oh, I believe I slipped my disc again. Oh, goddamn.
I know you've been told if I want to strengthen my core, I need to do a bunch of crunches, I need to do sit-ups, I need to do all that to strengthen my core. But to be honest with you, that is doing more damage to your back. All right, so this is a real story right here. I do these videos to help people out specifically like you. So my wife's cousin just hit me up recently and he's like, can you give me some workouts that I can do to help strengthen my core? I have like some back issues. I want to start strengthening that. And like losing this stomach will help as well. Like I'm down to help pay for you. Like I'm gonna actually read you the real thing so you can know that's the true story. All right, so here's a text right here. Jaquan, what's up, brother? This is Amy's cousin from Chicago. I need to strengthen my lower back and core. Losing the stomach will probably help also. You have any programs or suggestions? I'm down to pay for your services. So I just want to read that to you because I know a lot of people can resonate to what he's saying, and he's not the only one dealing with this. So in this video, I'm going to give you a routine that's going to help you out. And I'm also going to try to break down as best as I can the why on why you need to start strengthening your core the right way. So let me just explain the anatomy of the problem and explain the why so you can kind of understand what's going on. So there's something called lower cross syndrome. So basically what it is in simple terms is when we sit all day, which is majority of us, our hip flexors actually get tight. And then what happens is our glutes turn off. So what this imbalance does is pulls our pelvis forward and then it causes like a permanent arch in our lower back. So I've been doing fitness coaching for the last 11 years. I've trained hundreds of people and helped transform their bodies. And I always tell people when it comes to your core is just not your front abs right here. So when you're doing a bunch of sit-ups and you're doing a bunch of crunches, you're actually putting more pressure on your spine. So think about your core as your whole 360 core. So it's just not the front, it's the sides, it's the back, it's the whole thing. So you need to work your entire core and not only just the front. Let me know if that makes sense. Let's get into the movements. All right, so the first one is the dead bug. So most people think that they have a weak back, but they actually have weak, deep core muscles. So the dead bug is like the ultimate test for your transverse abdominis. So that muscle right there is basically the muscle is like your weighted belt. So it sits deep into your core. So if you don't train this muscle and if this muscle is weak, you're going to have a weak back and you're going to feel it in your spine. So when you're doing a dead bug, you want to have your legs up at about 90 degrees. You want to have your arms up. You want to have your back pressed into the ground, almost like you squishing a piece of paper. So your spine can be neutral. And then you want to go opposite arm, opposite leg. So it can be a little challenging just to get the form down at first, but make sure you do it slow and try to control each movement. I recommend doing at least 5 to 10 on each side and then repeating this for at least 2 to 3 sets. A common mistake that I see people doing this exercise is that they just go too fast. This workout is not meant to be like a bicycle crunch. You're not meant to go super fast. You want to control each movement. You want to feel it in your core, in your spine. So it's about controlling these movements. It's not about going fast. The next movement is the bird dog. So what the bird dog is going to do is going to strengthen those tiny vertebrae, each one by one in your back. So if you ever like bent over to tie your shoe and you're like, damn, my back just almost went out. That's because one of those vertebrae are off. So this one is going to help strengthen and stabilize each vertebrae. So when you look at this exercise, it's actually similar to the dead bug, but it's kind of like you just flipped over. So instead of being on your back, you're going to be on your hands and knees, and you want to, same thing like I said before, don't go super fast, control the movement, and it's opposite arm, opposite leg. When you reach out your arm, you want to try to fire up those glutes. You want to activate those muscles that's been turned off, and you want to keep your core stabilized. So you might feel like you're swaying to the right or to the left. So try to just stabilize yourself. This is a point. You're working on your core. You're working on your balance. You're working on your stability. So all the movements, if it feels uncomfortable, go through it because you're working on your how to control your body through space. Also, when you straighten out your leg, don't focus on how high you can lift your leg. Try to focus on length. So try to focus on how far you can reach it instead of how high. If you ever go to any games, football games, basketball games, you might see a lot of athletes doing this. This is going to help work on your athleticism as well. I know as we're getting older, we're not, competing for any competition, but we still want to be athletic for just things in life. So this is going to help your body get more mobile and get more flexible. And the third workout is the glute bridge. So I'm gonna tell you, especially for guys, man, we do not work on our glutes, not that much, I would say. And this workout right here is definitely gonna help you out. I would say one of the number one injuries or number one complaints that I hear from people, especially men, is like, especially over 35, over 40 years old, is their lower back. Man, they're having back problems. I just had a client reach out to me last week, and he's like, "Oh man, sorry I haven't been hitting the gym and my back has been hurting." And a big reason is he needs to work the glutes, because when we're sitting all day, our glutes start to turn off, and then that causes more pressure on the lower back, causing back issues. So don't just lift your hips up. I want you to kind of push your feet down into the ground. And then when you bring your hips up, keep your core tight, keep your core engaged, but I really want you to fire those glutes. So try to squeeze it as hard as you can. Try to hold this position for like 20 to 30 seconds, come down, and then repeat this maybe like 3 times. You should feel the contraction mostly in your glutes and then your core. If you feel it in your low back, you're doing it wrong. Essentially, your glutes act like a shock absorber for your spine, so you need to start working out your glutes. This is a one that you can throw in your routine. It's only going to take you, what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes to do. You can even do it at home if you feel weird doing this workout. It seems like a woman workout, but I guarantee it's going to help you out, especially your low back. All right, so before I wrap this up, I want to address some more mistakes that a lot of people make when they're trying to start addressing their core and they want to start improving with these exercises. And the first one is holding your breath. So when you're holding your breath, you're just causing more issues. You're causing more tension. You want to breathe. You want to let the muscles and you let the oxygen flow throughout your body. When you're holding your breath, usually causing more issues like in your lower back. So when you're doing it, seems simple, but I want you to breathe through the exercise. Kind of crazy to remind people to breathe, but you definitely want to breathe through each exercise when you're working out. One of the things that we do is just to kind of protect ourselves is hold our breath. So do not hold your breath while you're doing these exercises. Another mistake that a lot of people make when training their core. So when you're training your core health, you're not trying to train it like a bicep. So when you're doing bicep curls or you're doing a back, you're like chasing the burn and you're really trying to crush it. But you want to have fatigue resistance. You want these core muscles to be on all day. So don't try to burn yourself out. Don't try to chase the burn and do it till you can't anymore. Do it to a point where you feel it, but you still feel good afterwards. And the third mistake is doing these core exercises without working on your mobility. So I'll post a video maybe next week. Just be on the lookout for that. I'll just help you with some more hip flexor mobility, stuff like that. So just add in more stretches along with the core workouts, and then that's going to have a great combination to bring you back to health. I hope this video was super valuable to you, and I actually hope that you use it. I know it was super valuable to Jeremy, who I recommended these workouts with. This is what he actually said when I asked him how to go. He was like, no lie. Definitely beat my ass. My range of flexibility is gone. So he's basically talking about his range of motion, especially as we get older. You're 35 plus, you're in your 40s. We don't move like this anymore. So we need to start moving like this. We need to start engaging our core. We don't actually lose. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So once we start building it back, we can actually get that back and we can feel more youthful. Don't be stingy with the video. Make sure you send this to somebody who has low back pain, who wants to improve their core. And also, if you're watching this video and you're like, man, I want to start getting my core right. I want to start strengthening up my body. I want to get my belly fat going. Hit me up. I'll put a link in the bio. If you're somebody who wants to accelerate their progress and get help with this, hit me up, man. Let's talk. Watch my other videos. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.